Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Your Salesforce Buddy. My name is Pratik Mistry, and we are continuing with our Field Service Lightning series. So, this is part 7. Again, do subscribe to our channel firstly. Do like and share our videos if you like them. Do comment for any questions. Uh, this is part 7, as I said. If you haven't seen part 6 or any previous ones, I would highly recommend following along. Today, our focus is going to be one of the key objects in service appointments and scheduling them in the field service ecosystem, which is work orders. Work orders are the start of a relationship with the customer, right? The customer is looking for a service from you, who's the vendor. So they would first create a work order, and that's the very simple basic definition. Or they would put in a request, and then you would create a work order internally and assign to a team member. All right. So as I said, today's agenda is going to be focused on work order, and we're going to talk about some of its relationships with different objects. We're going to talk about child work orders and then work order line items. Firstly, what is a work order? It is a FSL in Salesforce FSL. It is a record representing a task or job to be performed. So it is nothing but a work that needs to be performed, often associated with the customer request or maintenance activity. Now, it includes details like the type of service, location, required skills, due dates, etc., and so forth. Um, so let's look at the example. A customer requests the installation of a new solar panel. The company creates a work order to manage this installation, including the necessary details like customer information, equipment to be installed, and the estimated completion date. Um, so, few things that I would always ask someone to look into is when you're creating a work order. Always look at the 5 W's we have discussed previously: who, where, what, why, and when. Uh, and then you want to talk about some of the skills and details of the work. And then it is always important to see if you can connect your work order object with the financial uh, backend so that your work order can lead to generation of invoices as well. All right. So talking about work order and its relationships. So firstly, work order is majorly related with an account or a contact. Contact because the person being part of the account usually puts in a request for a work order or type of work order, right? And then second is cases. So work orders can be generated from cases which represent a customer inquiry or issue that requires field service. So the work order represents the actionable task to resolve that particular case, which was again created by the contact part of the account. All right. So work order is an interesting object because it is related to itself as well. So just like how you can have hierarchy in accounts, you can have hierarchies in cases, you can have hierarchies in work order as well. And that is by associating a work order with a parent work order. So, in short, you can create a child work order, which is nothing but a subtask or a smaller part of the main work order. It allows you to break down complex jobs into manageable tasks, making it easier to assign different parts of a job to different technicians or teams. Right? Here is an example. So, let's talk about the solar panel installation. The main work order might be broken down into child work orders like site assessment, preparation, installation of solar panels, system testing, customer training, and so forth. Right? We will dive down into our case study of maintenance of track and signals, and then we will show you how to break down a work order into child work orders as well. Right? So The next is again very similar to work order is work order line item, which is again part of the work order object. Work order and work order line items has one to many relationship. So one work order can have multiple line items. Again, just like opportunity or you can say order, work order line items are individual tasks or steps within a work order, right? So one work order uh, can have multiple line items, but one line item can only have one work order. They provide a detailed breakdown of what needs to be done to complete the work. Each line item can represent a specific part of the work, such as installation, maintenance, repair. Again, uh, it is very easy to confuse between a child work order or and a work order line item. But imagine a child work order is nothing but a work order itself. So you can assign the child work orders to different team members. But work order line item can be part of that one work order, and it kind of tells us one person or one crew that is going on site to perform a list of tasks in a particular order for that work order and mark them complete, to track to see if everything is being completed in that order and making sure that the work order is eventually completed. So here is the example again: solar installation panel. So we have different line items that can be included as install mounting bracket, connect solar panels to the converter inverter, and then integrate the system with the home electrical grid. All right, so let's look at these into action. I would come to the field service uh, page. You can go to the field service app and you can look for work order object. So now if you have different types of work orders requests that come in, then you can certainly use different record types. uh, I have three different record types for our purpose. One is the preventive maintenance, another is corrective maintenance, and another is emergency services. um, right now I'm just using one page layout for each, but you can certainly define different page layouts as you would do, and also assign to profiles if need be. So work order, as I said, has to be associated with few details. One is the service territory. So the service territory will tell the work order being part of which location. So let's create one. I'm going to do this Washington DC. Work type being preventive maintenance. Again, as you can see, I'm creating the record for preventive maintenance. Status, again, let's not confuse the work order status with service appointment status. They kind of they don't work hand in hand. They're separate from each other. Work order is the status of where the work is right now, whether the work is being done or not, whether the work is completed or not, whether the work was done or not. Whereas service appointment is a person going on site to perform the work order, right? So I'm going to keep the status as new. I don't have a parent work order for this. For contact, I'm just going to create a new contact myself. I'll need an account too. All right, just going to put in customer priority. Okay, let's keep high. All right, so I'm the contact of Railbot Solutions, and then just gonna save this for now. All right, so we have the account and contact. Again, if you can create the work orders from the account page as well, and once you do, it can be auto associated. Same thing with cases. You can have your work order uh, be created from cases and automatically assign the case over here. But I'm going to leave those blank. For subject, I'm just going to put preventive maintenance uh, of solar signals, and then address. I'm site address. So this is not contact address. This could be the site address. So for site address, I'm just gonna put 100 Oxford Street, Washington. Again, these are random addresses. Okay. So quickly over here on the work order, once a record is created, you can see all the details over here. The best part is you have these two tabs, which lets you book an appointment and look for candidates for that particular work appointment or work order, and then you can add bunch of other uh, quick actions. Under related, service appointment is related to the work order. So service appointments have one to work order has one to many relationship with service appointments. So one work order can have multiple service appointments. Skill required, you see the skill automatically got pulled in because of the work type that was selected. And then we don't have any line items or child work orders. We can certainly add some line items. So let's go ahead and add, uh, and then we'll talk more about order and assets too. But for now, I'm just going to add a line item description as inspection, uh, repair, and connect to system. All right. So as you can see, we have three line items. We can also define work type if need be, but I'm going to leave it blank. If you have assets or equipments that are particular to each work line item, then you can add those here as well. So whenever scheduling the appointment, it'll look into those assets requirement as well. All right. So that's probably it regarding work orders. Uh, Thank you, everyone. Do subscribe to our channel and share and like this video if need be. Thank you.